And we have our facilitator here already. I'll be bringing her up shortly. Her name is Miss Doze. Yes, Miss Doze. Miss Doze is a data scientist and a content creator. Miss Doze is a data scientist and a content creator, and she's here available for us. Please, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. So, Miss Doze, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bolu Atife. And I want to also thank and appreciate the management for this opportunity. I do not take it for granted at all. Now, I also want to use this opportunity to welcome each and every one of us to this meeting. And it's not really been easy. I know that we have other commitments, but we've taken our time to actually be part of this meeting, and DSAS doesn't take it for granted. So I would not want to take much of our time today. I would just like us to dive straight into what we are here for. So we'll go straight into business. So the first thing is that I'll share my screen so that we can start up proper. Okay. Okay, so can you see my screen? All right, thank you for the response. So today we'll be looking at data management, Excel and collaboration tools. And we're looking at how we can grow in the office, how we can grow in the administrative aspect of our lives, especially for those of us who are involved in administration. Now, tech generally has grown, and we are not, what AI has done is that AI and tech is not just restricted to a particular sphere or a particular sector. It has been made in such a way that it can affect, or is actually affecting each and every sector. So we need to be informed, we need to be educated, we need to have the necessary skills, because just as we learned yesterday, it's no longer a top-notch skill anymore. Knowing all of these tools that we are actually gathering in DSAS is actually the barest minimum that any employer is looking at. So it is very important. So it's very important for us to look at how we manage our data, how it is managed in the office space. And one of the major tools we'll be looking at today, the basic tools, is Excel. And one thing we should know is that Excel is actually the base of any data management system that you are going to come across. Once you understand what Excel is and how it functions, how you can use the different tools and tabs and everything, once you understand that, then it's going to be much easier when you progress to other data management tools. We have Power BI, we have Tableau, we also have other, now we also have Google Sheets, which is almost the same as our Excel. So once you understand Excel, it's actually the basis for understanding any other management tool that you will come across. So what are we going to be looking at today? So today we'll be looking at Microsoft Excel for office productivity. Microsoft Excel for office productivity. Now, someone might be asking, oh, what's the difference between Excel here and then Google Sheets? Excel, Google Sheets. And one thing I want us to understand is that both of them have the same core. Both of them have the same, all of them are trying to achieve the same goal. But then Microsoft Excel is much broader, is much more efficient, or it has been made to carry on tasks that Google Sheets is a bit limited. Now, there are so many attachments that you can have on your Microsoft Excel that your Google Sheet might not be able to get it for you. And also, Google Sheets is actually one of the tools that you can use easily anywhere you find yourself. So briefly, we'll also look at the interface of Excel, Google Sheets. and then we'll focus on Excel. So what are we going to learn today? We'll be learning so many things. We'll be looking at data entry. We'll be looking at the basic formulas, that words and summaries. We'll be looking at how we can sort and filter the data that we have. We also look at how to import and export data. So, and then there'll also be a take home that I would just encourage us to participate in. So, first of all, when we talk about data entry, what are we looking at? When we talk about data entry, what are we looking at? So data entry is actually the process of transcribing, of verifying, of updating raw information. It's actually the process of transcribing, of verifying, and updating raw information. Now, in a workspace, especially when you're administrator and administrative, you're going to work with a lot of data. Now, for some of us, when we mention data, the first thing that comes to our mind is just numbers. Not just numbers. We have text, we have audio, we have visual data. We have so many. Data can come in different forms. So how do we handle this? How do we handle their entry is very, very important. Because for any result you are going to get, maybe later you are carrying on analysis or anything like that, your data has to be accurate. Your data has to agree with what you already have. And there are so many data that we use in our office space. We have the handwritten documents, those that are written on paper, and sometimes you have to convert them to a soft copy form, or you are even storing them in files in your office. They need to be accurate. They need to agree with what you are working with in the office. Now, we also look at invoices. Your invoices have to match. Your invoices have to concur with what you are working with. We have so many other forms. We also have the data, soft data that you get from maybe Google Forms, spreadsheets, maybe Kobo Toolbox. So many of them come care. It just depends on what you are working with. All of them, whichever tool you are using to collect your data, to collate them also together, it must be accurate. The data must make sense. And it's very important because it helps us to make business intelligence decision making so that we don't make our decisions in error. You understand? It also helps us in operational efficiency so that whatever transaction you are carrying out is without delay, because if your data is wrong, then whatever you are doing will not also make sense. And it also helps in customer satisfaction as well. So right away, we're going to dive straight into it. So I'll need to change my screen. Please give me a minute. Sorry, can we see my screen? Can we see my screen? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So on our screen here, we have a basic spreadsheet which contains some of the operations that are carried out in an administrative setting, the data that has been collected over time, and we're going to be looking at this thoroughly and how we can apply the different things that we'll be learning from here on our data set that we have. Now, this is just a sample. We can also utilize this on any other data set that we have. Whatever we'll be looking at, you can also put them to practice. So first of all, in our data set, it's just a standard spreadsheet. This is the data that we have. And I want to run with the assumption that all of us are familiar with our Excel interface. So first of all, we have the record column. We have the employee's name, department, the role, the items purchased, the item category, unit price, quantity. We have the task status. And then I've also put together a few things that I'll be looking at this evening. So not to waste any of our time, Now, you can have this data set sent to you, maybe by your supervisor or anything. And one of the first things that we look at when we're looking at data entry is how accurate this data set is. And in one of those things, one of the things we look at is blank data, or data that has been missed, or what maybe a space that has not been filled. So let's assume this is maybe a CSV file that we got maybe from collecting data in our Google Forms, and then maybe there was a question that was not made required or mandatory, and so some people skipped it. And you want to see, oh, how many blank forms are here, or do we have blank spaces in our data set? Now, you can't say you go through each and every one of them to find it. So what you would do is that you have to use special functions to be able to identify blank spaces. So the first thing we do in data entry is that we highlight or you get the range of your data set. Now, this is the range of our data set. So you get the entire range of our data set. You get the range. And then we go to under our home menu, we have under styles, we have conditional formatting. We have conditional formatting. So you click on conditional formatting, and then you go to new rule. New rule. Please, can we all see my screen? Everything I'm clicking, can we all see it? Please, I need reactions. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So you click on conditional formatting, and then you see new rule. You click on it, and then what is our rule? What is the rule that I want to use in this space? We want to choose format cells that contain. We have so many rules here. The rules for unique or duplicate values, those that are above average, or anything you want to do. But for now, we want to look at those that are blank. So you look at format cells, only cells that contain, and then you come under cell value, and then you click on blanks, you select blanks. And then you come under your format and choose the color you want to be filled in those blank spaces. So I want to go with red, because red will make it very obvious. And then we click on OK. Now, can we all see that the blank spaces have been highlighted red? The blank spaces have been highlighted red. So this actually makes it easier for you to tag or be able to identify blank spaces. And if it's anything that maybe you have to go back to that particular department, in this case, the department is finance. So maybe you have to reach out to them because maybe that particular column is in my have the blank space. Sir? Hello, sir? Someone was saying, okay, Mr. Joel. Okay, all right, so let's just continue. We can, because we don't have much time, so we can easily track the empty spaces in our. We have empty spaces in our maybe item purchase, which is a kind of like a text document. Now, what if you have an empty space, let's say maybe here in our numerical space? How do we handle it? So one of the ways we handle it is by, if there is no way for you to get your data, maybe the person, you can't access them, or there's no way for you to access who filled that form. One of the ways for data entry to be able to make sure your data is accurate is to fill it up. Now, when it is a numerical document, you fill it up with the mean of the entire column that you have. The mean of the entire column that you have. And then when it is the maybe a text data, what you can do is to get your fill it up with the data that appears the most, or the category that appears the most. Now, we're not saying this is standard for all, but most times when
Welcome back, ma.
so sorry, I think my network went off.
Yes, ma. You're welcome.
All right. So I don't know. I don't know if you got. I don't know where where it stopped. Where it took me out. I don't know if we saw where I created the chart and then got the average. Hello.
No, we didn't see that. We didn't see that.
Okay, you got the chart.
Get that, ma. You are trying to explain the mean, using the mean to find something. That's where you stop.
Okay.
Ma.
Okay. Thank you very much. So let's continue. All right. So I was saying that I think I went ahead even though the call had skipped the call. So I was explaining that, let's say we have numerical values and then we have missing data. One of the ways we can fill it up is by using the mean or the average. And then I came over here and then we got the average of this particular column. Now, this is not always ideal. You almost always report back to your supervisor or your employer to know how he wants your data to be filled. You know that you always have to report back because you're not working independently. So I also explained that we have what we call the formula bar in Excel. We have what we call the formula bar in Excel, which helps us to write our formulas and functions. So I said, when getting the average, we have average. We always use our equal sign, which is equal to.
Sorry, ma, we can't see your screen, please.
Okay. Wow. So sorry. Can you see my screen now? Okay. So sorry about that. Okay, so I was explaining how we could get the average when there is a missing numerical value. And I explained that this is the formula bar up here. This formula bar, this is where the formulas are being written. So whenever you click a cell, it actually reflects in this formula bar. So for this cell, we want to get the average of this particular column H, so that we can fill it up if there's a missing value. So we wrote equal sign average of the entire column. You always have to give the range, and then it gave us 229.12. So now if there is a missing value there, you can fill it in. So I would also want to explain how we can flag high value purchases. Maybe the invoices have come in and then maybe you saw that there were some purchases that were so high. So how can you detect such purchases? Let's say, for instance, in our office, we're looking at high purchases are those purchases that are above 1,000 naira. So how can we do this? So first of all, you use your equal sign, and then let's say let's say the total cost, we're looking at total cost. Okay, sorry, a moment, please. Okay. Okay. So let's say we'll say that if the if function, and then you open your bracket. So if I2 is actually greater than 1,000, so we're trying to find the high value purchases, then what should it do? So anytime you're writing a text in Excel, you know that you have to use your quotation marks. So which you now write maybe needs approval, needs approval, and then you cover this up, and then also else, what should you do? That is what the if function does. So when you are using your if function, you first give it what it should do, and then if that condition is not met, what should it do next? So we're trying to say it should go through the total cost, and then if it's above 1,000, it should flag it as a high value purchase. That means it needs approval maybe from the boss or someone. But then if it is less than 1,000, then we should write let's say automatically, okay, let's say automatically accepted, something like this, or as automatically paid. So you can see that once we click our enter sign symbol, this is actually greater than what we have in our I2 is actually greater than 1,000, so it needs approval. And then we can also use the fill button to actually autofill everything, because you can't go through one of them, each and every one of them. So what do you do? Sorry. Okay. So what we're going to do is that we're going to autofill. So one of the easiest ways to autofill is to come to this button at the bottom of this rectangle, and you look at it. First, our mouse is showing a big cross. So when you bring it closer to this button here, it changes to a slim black cross. So you double click and then it autofills automatically. So then you can flag off those. You can actually get those that needs approval or something like that. Another way to do that, you can actually highlight the entire column. We'll be using conditional formatting to do that. Then maybe you can get your highlight cell rules. That's what we'll be looking at. And then we use greater than. And then let's say we'll look at those that are greater than 1,000. So it will fill it with red color. So you can see that those that actually need approval have also been highlighted. Now, what if we need the sum of a particular column? How do we do that? How do we do that? So we can just use our formula bar to write our formula. We have equal sign and then sum, and then we open our brackets. Then you have to give it the range that you want it to sum. Let's say we need the sum to be from here to here. That's 1 to sum colon I. Then you click on your enter, and it will automatically give you the symbol. And same also goes for multiplication. Let's say what was done in this column was that the unit price was multiplied by the quantity. Let's say we want to replicate that. So first of all, what we'll do here is to write our equal sign and get the formula, which is the multiplication. So equals G2, and then we'll use the asterisk, G2 multiplied by H2. And then you see that we have the same result as what they have here. You can also autofill this to get for the entire column. So you can also use count if. You can also count the, let's say for instance here, we want to look at for tax status, we want to get those that are completed. So how many of these tasks are completed and how many are not completed? So you can also have equals to, then we have count if. So count if this, comma, completed. We have completed. Now, we see that we just chose one here. So if we want it to get the entire range, we're going to get from here. Sorry about that. So count if is completed from here down to here. And we can see that for count if, for the task status, we have 29 that are completed out of the 50 rows that we have. We have 29 that are completed. Okay, so moving forward, because our time is fast spent already, we also looked at the if statement when we were trying to flag our high value purchases. So we would also use the same method. Let's say we want to create our money tracker. So one of the easiest things you can do is, this is just a basic money tracker, maybe for retirement in your office or anything. Maybe you have to report your invoices and any other thing that you've spent. Maybe you want to report your expenses to your supervisor, or maybe the maybe audit department and whatnot. So one of the easiest ways we can do this is just a basic tracker. So one of the easiest ways here we have the date, the description, and then the amount. Now in the account, we had account balance, which is this. The balance that we had, or the money that was given to us, was 250,000 naira. And then you want to get all of this instead of using your calculator, because sometimes the data is so much, you can't always use a calculator, you make a mistake. So one of the easiest ways to do this is to use your subtraction. So for subtraction, we start with our equal to sign, and then we have what we call referencing. And for referencing, you have to use, we have what we call absolute referencing, and then we have the general referencing. So to use the referencing, you have to use your dollar sign. So what we want to do here is, we want to use this balance and subtract from what we have here, 1,200, and then it should give us a balance. Then for the next row, the balance that we have, and subtract from 2,500, and then we'll get that form till we get what. One of the things we can, general referencing now. So dollar, sorry, we have to use the dollar sign, subtract from. So dollar, it should remove D3. From D3, it should subtract, okay, and then click on enter. So we see that it has automatically subtracted the amount, and then we also autofill here, and you see that it kept reducing and subtracting. From 248 we had 246, 300. So it kept reducing until now we have, after spending everything here, the last year was 1,700, and what we had is 188,900. So with this, you can maybe write up your you can write up the remaining balance that you have, and then maybe any other thing. Sorry, remaining balance. Sorry about this. Remaining balance. So what we have is 188,900. So this was what we have here. is what we have here. So this is just a basic money tracker. You can also do it for your personal expenses and whatnot. So we've spent a lot of time on Excel. I want to quickly rush through the other things that we have before our time is already up. But then there are other tools that we actually use in Excel. That would actually help us. That would actually help us in our administrative work, day-to-day administrative work. And then the first one we'll be looking at is how to get your maybe meeting transcriptions, meeting summaries for those of us that have had to write and to take notes during meetings. I remember when I was taking notes, I think that was one of my worst jobs. I hated it so much. So I don't know if there are some people like me here. So there are actually easy ways for you to do this, to actually take notes. So one of the things we can use is not so big. One of the things we can use is our sound recorder on our phone. That particular tool is not just for fancy. So you can record your maybe presentation or any meeting that you have, and then you can upload it to any of the note-taking apps that we have. So sorry about the brief delay. So one of the tools that we have Alter AI, which we can download on our phones. And then there's one particular one I'd like to introduce us to, which is TurboScribe. It actually has free version that actually works well. They also have a paid version for those of us that would like to upload more than 3 documents. So I think I'll share my screen again just to quickly okay. Okay, so I believe we can see my screen now. Can I see a reaction? All right, thank you very much, Ms. Adisa. Okay. So we have what we call TurboScribe, not TurboTranscribe. So it's actually very efficient. So first of all, we actually have so many of them, but then this is actually one of the most efficient. And then for those of us that want to use it, is actually free. But the thing about it is that if you look at this area here, it says 1 of 3 daily transcriptions used. So first of all, when you have this, the first thing you do is you sign up for it. So when you sign up, you start working with it. They give 3 transcriptions a day. 3 transcriptions a day. And as you can see, I've used 1 already for today. So I have 2 more left. So one of the ways you can do that is, how do you use this application? It's actually a web-based application. It's not an app, for those of us that will need to know that. So we have Alter AI, but then I would like to also show us this web-based app. Alter AI gives the maximum number of minutes that you can use. So per month. So what if you've exhausted that? How do you do? So you can have TurboScribe. So to use this, there are 2 ways to do that. First of all, you can record by yourself. And then when you're done recording, it's going to transcribe for you. Okay, I think I'll need to practicalize this. Okay, so as you can see on my screen, is already recording. So whatever I'm saying now is going to record it and then transcribe it for us when you are done. So when you are done with whatever you want to transcribe, you click on transcribe here, and then it's going to upload it, and then it's going to transcribe it for you. So we can see that it's already transcribing, it's already doing the work of transcription. I believe it will not take so long. Because we did not upload anything lengthy. That's good. So it's done transcribing. So we can see transcript complete. We'll now come to these 3 dots here. We click on it, and then you can open your transcript. You can open the transcript. Now, can you see that whatever I recorded, whatever I said, you can see that it transcribed everything for me. So it can transcribe even lengthy recordings, any length of recordings that you have. It also transcribes even videos. You can upload your videos, you can upload your audios, but just know that you have just 3 transcriptions a day. You have just 3 transcriptions a day. So this is how to do it. You can also download it, and downloading is free. You can download it as a PDF, docx, anything at all. So you can download it as a PDF. It's also free. Downloading is free. You can see that it's already downloading for me. We also have Google LM. Google LM also helps in transcribing. It also helps in transcribing. So if you'd also want to look that up, it's just that sometimes Google LM can be a bit slow, especially when your recordings are very heavy. But TurboScribe is very efficient because that is what it just specializes in. So next, very quickly, we'll also look at very quickly, we'll also look at some of the AIs that we can use in the workspace. Now, we can remember writing formulas and functions and so on in Excel. So what if you don't have, maybe you don't, for some of us here, we don't like math. In fact, anything that has to do with math, just counts them out. So how do you do this? Let's say you don't like math. One of the things that is very, very important for you to know is prompt engineering. So what does prompt engineering means? Just understanding how to prompt your AI so that it gives you maybe the formulas you need in Excel or any other thing that you want to do in your office space. So one of the basic ways to write a prompt, first of all, you give it a role, then you give it a task. If possible, give it examples, give it constraints and whatnot. But this, what we have here is just a basic prompt that we have, a very basic prompt. So we said, you are an Excel trainer. So sorry for not introducing this AI. This is Cloud. Cloud is one of the recent AIs that just came out not too long. It's also very, very efficient. You can also have connections to other AIs, and we can connect them, different AIs like Grok for those AI animations, anything at all, you can connect them to Cloud. So we can see here, I already wrote a basic prompt. I said, you are an Excel trainer. Write a simple if formula that checks if a cost in column I is over 1,000 naira. If yes, show needs approval. If no, show auto approved, and explain it in plain English for an office assistant. Some people will say explain it so that a 7-year-old can understand. It depends on how you want to put it. And we can see that it gave a formula automatically. So what you do, you copy it and you paste it. You don't always have to maybe look like maybe you don't know anything. Look like you don't know anything. You just have to know how to prompt your AI properly. Because if you just come and say, give me if statements, just some of us are fond of doing that. We have AIs, but we're just not utilizing it enough. Using the prompt, it helps you to utilize your AI to the max. This is not a very good prompt, but we can just go with this. So it gave us this formula. So now for the form, we use this already in our Excel. So if we hadn't, we can just copy this and paste it. And then it also explained and broke it down for us to understand. So we have Cloud, we have Microsoft Copilot, we have so many AIs. We have another AI that we have that can actually assist us so much is Monica. We also have Monica extension. You can use Monica for so many things. I want to use the example of my mail here. So Monica is an extension. So you can just go online and then you type Monica extension and then you download it. Once you download it, it starts appearing in your maybe system or your phone. No, on your system, sorry, as this here. this icon here, it starts appearing. That's how you know that you have Monica. And one of the ways it helps us is to respond to our mails. Now, sometimes we're so busy, but then we have to attend to so many people at the same time, and you're using emails. So one of the things you can use is Monica. Monica is very effective. For instance, I got this mail. I believe all of us got this mail from DSAS. So I want to respond to this mail. So what do I do? So I click on my reply, and then once I click on it, I come here. You can see that the AI is already appearing on my reply message. It's already appearing on my reply message. So you click on it. What it does first is it goes through the entire mail, reads it, and gives me a summary. It goes through the mail, reads it, and gives me a summary. And then it asks, what content would you like to include in this present mail, in this current mail that you want to write? So I want to just say, let's say, kindly reply this mail that I would be present. Okay, this is just something quick. So it's going to generate it for us. It's going to generate it for us. Okay, now we can see that it has already generated it for us. So it says, Dear Ayobami Oluwafemi, thank you very much for the friendly reminder regarding the upcoming DSAS Office Ready. Office Ready Practical Tech Skills for Any Workplace Masterclass. I am writing to officially, sorry, I think it went though. Sorry. I think it froze there for a bit. Sorry, froze there for a bit. So, but you can see that he read my email, summarized it, and also gave me a reply. So you can just copy this reply and paste it. Now, we're not encouraging anyone to just keep using AI, not using it properly, but sometimes it actually helps in whatever you are doing. AI is not supposed to take over from you, but then it's supposed to help you create more time for yourself and also attend to other important important things. So we also have Gemini. I'm sure that we're all familiar with Gemini, Google Gemini. Then we also have the LM notebook that I spoke about. Notebook LM. We have the notebook LM. So it's just that Notebook LM also does transcription. You can also use it to write your summaries and whatnot. So it's very, very important that we learn these basic skills. So first of all, my time is up, so we cannot really go into all of this, but I really hope that we're able to gain a thing or two from the class. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dose. We really, really appreciate you. Please, in case we have any question, let's raise up our hands. Ms. Dose, are you still with us?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. I'm still
Okay,
here,
someone
ma'am.
is raising up their hands.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Bashir. Mr. Bashir, you can unmute your mic and ask your question, sir.
I think his network is bad.
I think his network is bad. So let's move on. Thank you so much, Miss Dose, for that. We really appreciate you've opened our eyes to so many things, and we are grateful for that. So let's move on to the second facilitator for tonight's Day 2 Office Ready series. Mr. Wale, are you here with us? Mr. Lawale?
Yes, good evening.
Okay. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Bolwatife. And to the first facilitator, Ms. Deke, that was a wonderful presentation. I believe that I hope people are get some stuff from the presentation as well. And also, he has made mention of some of the areas. I just want to make sure that you fully speak. Miss Bolwatife, how many minutes do I have?
You have 45 minutes, sir.
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
7:58.
Okay.
Is my voice okay or sounding right? Okay. So she made mention of Monica, Prompting, Zuckerman, Robot Child, and Yakin as well, which was a lot of information. And I believe that is cool. So let me open my slide and share my screen. And let's see. Okay, give us a minute. So during yesterday's session, and I also want us to keep this in mind that all these that you're explaining is a basic knowledge. These are things that we ought to know because here is now because AI is involved in everything that we are doing now, and a lot of some people say that a lot of work is at stake. Some people say that some people are going to lose their job, while some people are saying that is not the case. So whatever the case may be, what we know currently now is that AI is actively going to amplify a lot of work. AI is going to assist a lot of people. So I'm not going to say it's going to take over anybody's job because everyone is still going to be in their field. But in a field whereby we need 100 people, 2 people can also, with the help of AI now, only 2 people can be working effectively in that field. And the 2 people that will be working are those that know how to use AI effectively or to use AI in any software that is already in existence, that AI is involved in all of it. So let me move straight because I'll be talking about the Google Workspace, everything that we have in Google Workspace from Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drive, and sharing of file. And I want us to work with me as I'm going. So I would like us to drop our name and Gmail, the same thing as we did yesterday. I want us to drop our name and Gmail in the comment section because I want some people to connect with me online because this is a workshop and we should be practicing along because we are going to work in the same file. And I'll be using both my laptop and my mobile device as well to do this today. So I need us to drop your name and your Gmail. Okay, I'm seeing some mail coming in. So let me do my screen sharing for me as well. Okay, so I'll be using some mail. As I am doing it, I'll be using some mail. Some people will have to check their mobile device when I get to drive. I want to do some settings so that everything will work perfectly as I'm going on. Okay. And this first section will be very important for those that are using their laptop. And the second part will also be very important for those that are using mobile phone. I checked through those that fill the form. We have some that say they will borrow the laptop. Some made mention that they can get it. Some have it. Why some people said no, there is only mobile device that they will use. So that each and every one of us can benefit from what we have been doing so far. So I would use my phone during the second section of the presentation I'm having today. So from that second section, so in that second section, mobile device will also, so that I will not just use only laptop for everything that I want to do, and everybody will be able to get something. Okay, this is my slide. Don't let me even put in presentation mode. And I have Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drive, and sharing. So all of these, as the first speaker has, or first facilitator mentioned, that there is Google Workspace, and I also mentioned yesterday that there is Google Workspace and there is Microsoft 365. And some people used to say that my Google Docs, like Google Workspace, Google Docs, Google Sheets is online. So Microsoft 365, Microsoft Word is also online. There's online version as well. The same way Google Docs is working, there's online and there's one you can install the application as well. I think both of them are doing so. So I'll be using Google Docs today to practice some things. Let me open my Docs. And I believe my screen is sharing properly and all of us can see it. So I need some reaction to confirm that what I'm saying is okay. I can see our Gmail. We're going to move into that shortly. All right. So for those of us that we are using laptop, we don't need to install or bring anything in. So immediately you open your drive, you open your web browser, anything you're using, and most importantly, Chrome. So come to this page. I think I've magnified this to some level that we can see it. Go to this page that I have Google Apps. So then you can just scroll down and go to wherever we have Docs. I have changed some of my arrangements here. So you open Docs. So immediately click on that. This is loading. And immediately you are not hearing me properly or my voice is breaking. Kindly let me know because rain is falling heavily and I'm unable, yes, to find the proper place. So network might be breaking somewhere. So just let me know. And also, so now it's just something as Microsoft Word. I will create a new document. So create a new document. And I want us to work together because most of the time, some people still share file today. They'll be sending it, every to edit it, send this one, every to perfect it. So you and your boss or one file, one simple file like this. And one of the most important thing is that we should always rename file. So my network is still really small, so I don't think network queue. Okay, so I'll come to this place to rename it. What should I call it? Let me say sharing or docs document docs explanation. Okay, now it's very, very important to always make sure that you rename your file. And because you are using the internet, you will notice that immediately I made any adjustment, let me type something here. You will see that saving and it's going to save. It's saving automatically as you are doing it, anything you are doing on this page. So I don't want to be working alone because from my slide, I have the part that says that sharing, which is this part. So link sharing, let me zoom that up as well, which says link sharing, permission level, expiration setting, and external control. Now, these expiration settings is only available to those that are using Pro plan of this Microsoft Google Docs. So by now, let me just go to the sharing first. So you look at the top right corner here. Let me zoom that in so that we can see. So this place, we have share. You click on share. And so this thing is loading. Let it come up. So after that, now, I will explain this permission and I want us to pay attention because I will also be using this in the next part as well. I'll go to the top right corner here. I'll click on it. Then we have share. So what we have with this share, let me zoom this up so that everybody can see what I'm doing. Now, we have add people, group space, or calendar events. I'm just going to be working with only mail for now. I'll be working with only mail. Now, general access, which is the part that I'll be talking about, and this place that we have settings. Now, general access, you can restrict and you can also allow everyone with the link. So if you use anyone with the link, immediately you share the link, anybody, anywhere, immediately have access to that link, they will be able to edit the file or just come in. And even if I thought you are sharing the file to everyone, there are some times that you don't want everybody to have access to it. So let me do it Don't let me explain too much. Let's practicalize. I'll copy the link and send, and I'll ask some of us that we are using desktop, even mobile phone as well. You can join. What I'm explaining work both on mobile and also work on desktop. So, but now let me restrict it. Let me say it's restricted. But sometimes, if we don't know the outcome of what we are doing, we really don't get what is going on. So I will do this now, and I will copy the link. Note that this is still in restricted. This is restricted for now. So let me copy the link, and I'll go back to the chat. So, and I want those that are following me currently, I will still use all the mail that I'm seeing here. I will paste, and few people should click on the link, and I will show them what will happen. So Google Workspace is linked together. People that can get access to the doc. Because I'm using everything that I'm using is Google. You see that I'm saying this, a little bit of email here. So let me just say share with people. No, don't let me click that. Editors, we are anyone with the link. Let me just share. Okay, now if we just click on the link, and I will know those that are click on the link from this doc here because they are going to be following me. So immediately you are in the link. Let me type. You type your name because you are going to work with me. Some of us we have restricted access for now. Okay, exactly. We have Otumola. Oh, Mr. Bashir is here now. All of us that we are in, type your name. Let me lay an example. Let me write my name, which is so I want us as well to be typing as I'm typing. My name is Olawale. Okay. And yes, you can go to another line. Go to another line. I think you are in front. Yes, just tap down. Mr. Bashir, just go down. Oh, Mr. Bashir is typing. Okay, let me continue what I'm typing. Yes, just press enter so that we use the next line. Okay, Mr. Bashir is also typing his name as well. Let me write second facility. Okay, so with this now, we notice that Mr. Olaniyan, okay, Olaniyan Boluwatife, Mr. Baji. Is everybody, let me check the comment section. Do we have anyone that is having, some people should be having restricted access. Let me check my mail and see what's going on. Because some people will be showing that access granted or access not granted, stuff like that. Okay. Let me paste again and share this. Okay, so you can see that Mr. Bashir is able to edit as I'm going on. And you will note Miss Olaniyan is also in this file with me. So in this way, in an organization with this just one docs, everybody can be working on the same file. Everybody can be working on the same file. While somebody will be doing this, another person will be doing that. You see, this is Mr. Bashir, this is Miss Olaniyan Boluwatife, and everybody will be doing different things. Me, I can bold this one. Another person can make another adjustment. I think, please, are we still hearing me? Because now let me, because some people don't have access to the file because I set it to restricted, and some people that feel this Google Meet, they feel the link. That's the message that pops up when I want to send that in. So let me, is it manage? Let me give the person request and access. Let me manage. So, okay, I'm expecting this person also to be in now. So let me go back and add another person. So those that have access directly are those that feel add these events to their Google Calendar because I'm using Google Meet directly. So these are the people that have access directly inside the file because that's the message that pops up when I'm about to paste the link for the first time. So for those that I'm seeing here that is requesting for access, let me click on this and also grant this person an access as well. So you know everything is working together. I'm doing something inside Docs, I share it, and you will know that this thing request and ask, oh, yes. Let me grant access. This is Mr. This message is from to me. Okay, let me notify as an editor and let me send share because I want to access. You see, editor, I can make this person a viewer. Anybody that is a viewer will not be able to edit, but can see what we are doing. Commenter, someone that can I comment on it. I think I will show us that as well. If time permits, I think this is still 8:11. And let me make him an editor so that he can be able to type anything. So, and I can also reply him that access like granted. So this message will be sent to him as well. Let me just say send. So he will be given permission to see file share. And let me see, let me also grant this person access as well. My network is delaying what I'm doing, but I believe it's not going to affect. Okay, manage sharing. I think this person also is in. Yes, if you're in the file, please just type something and let me say, I think I'm still seeing only 2 people in here. Okay, I'm having few numbers of people. Exactly. You know, as people are joining the slide now, let me go back to the original place. Okay. Let me click on share now. So if you look at it now, you see these are the list of people that are in this file currently. So if you click on share again, you will see those people that you have given access and anybody that is still having pending approval. So this person is just a G729, doesn't have a name. Mr. Bashir is in the file. Mrs. Olani Eboluatife is in the file. B-Stack, Mr. Boluwayos, Mr. Akin Tayo Mary is also in. Is this Mr. Miriam? Please, Miss Aditya Miriam is also in the file as well. So these are the people that have access to edit or do anything inside this file. It's very simple. I don't want to be explaining the interface again. Still the same thing as Microsoft Word that we did yesterday. We can come here, align to the left by pressing Control L, align to the right by pressing Control R. Let me go back. So network is delayed because this one is based on how our network is functioning. So Mr. Olani is still in the file with me. Control R. Okay. So we can select everything, bold it, italize, underline. The same thing we have in Microsoft Word. Add color. Let me change the color of the text, please. And this is the part of sharing that I will cover here. Inside, let me go back to my slide, which is this. So I still have Google Drive. I will explain that with mobile device, Google Drive, and I'll still buttress more on the sharing, which is this sharing part. But this Google Sheet, I will not explain to you because it's the same thing with Excel that we have in the first section. Let me just open Google Sheet so that we can see. I don't want to go too much inside Excel, like explain too much. So because I want to focus on this part. So access, somebody is requesting for access. You also see I'm saying that this is Emmanuel Abiodun notify. Let me say share so that he can have access to the file as well. Do I have any comment or question in this place? Okay. Now, I can also give some people access directly by copying and pasting their email into the file. But let me leave that for now. So you can come here, click on share, you put the person email if it is restricted. So because the reason why I have to be granting people access because I set it to restricted. If I open this file now and I say open to everyone, so let me copy and paste back. Anybody that is clicking this link now will have the ability to just join me in and edit the file just like that. I don't need to go into my Gmail again to be granting them access, giving them access. But this is not okay in an organization setting. If you want to edit organization file and you want to be sending link out, it is better to always make sure that this thing is restricted, is always restricted. And you don't even need to be sending link in an organization. You can just add every individual that you want, just add their email directly, type their email, write it there. If their email is in the list, type it, write it there, and send them that notification. That will drop in their email. They open their email and they're able to join. They will not have the link. If they have the link, they can share it to another people. But if you add their email directly, they won't have the link. They will just receive a message from Google that you want to give them access to a particular document and they have access to the file. I think that is very, that should be, I think I'm still audible and you are still following me. If you are still here, I need some reaction before I move to the next thing that I want to do. Okay. Now let me go to Google Sheet. I'll still come here because most of the time, no need of downloading. Immediately you have Chrome. Chrome is owned by Google. YouTube is owned by Google. Google Docs, Google Drive, Gmail, you see Gemini, Form, Sheets, Docs, everything is owned by Google. So you always have the application here. So far they have most and all of it as both web-based and desktop app. So no need of downloading or installing anything. So far you also want to use the internet. So I want to explain Sheet. Sheet and Excel is the same thing, just owned by different company. different people are controlling, just as means to say which is the first facilitator mentioned. So I'm rushing because this rain that is falling is very, very heavy and my network can interrupt at any time. So I don't want to lose the class. Okay, we can see the interface. We still have our Excel. She tells us how we can use sum, how we can use subtract, how we can total our scale, we can do anything. But let me just do one small thing here as well, just not to open this space for fun. Always remember to rename your file, very important. We can come in here. Let me double tap, I press 1. Let me come here, double tap and press 2. Let me come here and double tap as well and press 3. So I can now come out, click on this one, highlight the 3 like this. No, come here, Mr. Man. So let me use this box here, select this, drag it down so that it's going to select the 3 sections. Then you can drag from here. You see, if you keep dragging, the number will keep increasing by itself. So you don't need to be typing. If I keep dragging here, the number is going to auto-fill completely down. You can do the same thing in Excel and they are working perfectly. So you have Excel, you have Google, so some of their functions and things that you have inside, if you want to sum it, you press your is equals to, you write sum, you write everything. You see, this thing is already populating and giving me some value. So immediately you type is asking maybe I want to sum everything together, it's going to bring it out. And you sum, you press anything, open bracket, maybe I should press enter, and let me see what I'm having. So the same thing, the same way you have it in Excel. She has explained most of that part as well. And the same thing we have, which is also sharing, and everything you have as you are doing it inside my Google Drive. This is where all of this thing is saving. It is not saving on my desktop. It is not saving on my phone because it is a cloud-based system. So if I go down inside my Google Drive, so everything that I've been doing so far is inside my drive. These docs that I just opened, this Excel, let me rename this one so that we can know. Let me call it explanation sheet as well. Explanation spreadsheet. So if I enter my drive, and you will see that I'm having, this one is yet to be visible. You will see the two of it inside this space. This is the explanation. My laptop just cut off, and I know that this every info is not for us. So I am explaining that because I'm now in Google Drive, I want to speak to my phone so that everyone that is that feel that I think my voice is better. Yes. So for every individual that feel that they don't have a phone, I want to use Drive to explain the other side of the thing that I want to do as well. So what we are explaining so far you can also use your mobile phone for it, for those of us that we have our mobile phone with us. So I will share my screen and
But your screen isn't showing again.
yes. I will share my screen. I want to change to my mobile device. Thank you for that. So like those that are using mobile phone as well can know that okay, it is not only when you have laptop. What if I'm working in an organization and what I have is my phone? I'm working on this thing and I'm at home. There's no way I can have access to all of these devices, all of everything. So you can also have access to everything in your mobile device as well because everything is cloud based. I want to share my screen from my phone. Give me some minutes. Okay. So I believe my screen is showing now. Can we see it properly? Those of us that we are using laptop. I need some options, please. Can we see my screen clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can see, because with me, I love to group some of the Google software that I'm using together. You can see I'm having Google Assistant, Google Authenticator, Google Calendar, Google Chrome, Google Contacts, Google Drive, Google File, Google Find Up, Google Gmail, Google Gallery, Google Keyboard. That Gboard is Google Keyboard, Google Gemini, email, Google One. You see, everything here is Google is everything. That makes things easier. That's Google Workspace entire platform. Notebook ML, that means to say the first facilitator also mentioned is you can download the app on phone or your mobile and you can use it as well. Let me go straight to my Google Drive. This is the icon. So you see Google Workspace, maybe like Quick Drive, everything is labeled like Google Workspace. So we can have access to it on our mobile device. Okay, should I use this thing? So everything I have there on my laptop is also here as well. So what I'm explaining, that explanation and Google Sheets that I open on my laptop, this is it as well. Docs explanation and spreadsheet explanation. You can open it here, you can open it on laptop as well. Let me just open here. Let me open the spreadsheet. Is it going to populate? And so not now. So you can do all the adjustments, everything you can do it here as well. For those of us that we are using mobile. So, and I will tell us this as whenever we are doing anything on laptop and we want to use mobile, some of the time what we are seeing that is very visible on laptop is not visible on mobile device. So and because of that, when you are using the laptop, always take note of the icon that thing is having on laptop, on your desktop, on your laptop that you are using. Because when it comes to mobile, you don't see the text. Because I'm looking for share on this screen now. I don't have anything that looks like share. But for those of you, for anyone that used to observe icon very well, you will see here that this is also the share button, having someone here, that icon, this one. Let me put my phone in landscape if that will help. Okay, I think this will help. So you see this icon here that I press, that's having like a profile and a plus. That's where you can share anything that we want to share. Let me take that back to portrait. All right, then when you are done, you click on that to check. So let me share something from Drive. Everything that we are doing, anything that has to do with Google Workspace is saving in our Drive. Let me just share some file here. Should I go with books? Let me go with books. Maybe some people should drop in the comment section. I think I'm having some list of books here. Okay, I have some email. I'll pick some email, or some people should just tell me the book. I think I'm having The Art of Public Speaking, Atomic Habits. I'm having The Richest Man in Babylon. I'm having How to Make Friends and Influence People. Let me use the picture side. So if there is any book you need here, just write it in the comment section. I'll say you have reached that project. The Habit of Effective Speaking, The Power of Now, 48 Laws of Power, The Power of Positive Thinking, Think and Grow Rich. Yes, let me check the comment section and see. Let's comment and I pick from there. Let me pick from the chat. Atomic Habits. Oh, I'm not having the Gmail. Yeah, please, Mr. Holiness, if I'm correct, it's Mr. Drop your email so that I can share it to you directly. Then I will still do the same thing that I did on my laptop. I will grant access. I'm saying The Art of Public Speaking, Atomic Habits. That's Mr. Emmanuel Abiodun. I need one more so that I can copy straight away and send. The Richest Man in Babylon. Please add your mail. I'm still looking at it. Add your mail. 14 laws of power. Please add your mail. I can't send it without your email. Yes, let me do Mr. Emmanuel Abiodun first, which is this one. Okay, Richest Man in Babylon by God's will. Okay, let me do that. Okay, let me do it accordingly. Hola. I want to write it down because I'm unable to copy directly from my phone. I thought that would be possible, but on phone, I'm supposed to just copy the mail and forward it, but I'm unable to do it. So why I will pick about, I think 5 people should be enough. I think I'm having a lot of mail here. Okay, let me just do some now. So for those of us that I pick, let me start with Mr. Abiodun. Please, if we don't follow Mr. Abiodun, your own is Art of Public Speaking. Art of Public Speaking. The Richest Man in Babylon, that is Mr. God's Will. Okay, please, I'm just writing down the mail. Okay, let me do those two now. While I'll be waiting for them to grant access, and I will add other people as well. I'm still trying to check if this thing is not copying. Okay, Mr. Abiodun is Art of Public Speaking. Where is it? So for Art of Public Speaking, this is it. Then I'll click on share. For those of us that we are using mobile, immediately you click the 3 dots. Let me explain. This is the book. What I'm using upper here is like list view, grid view. List view, grid view. So let me go back to list view so that I can see the full name. So Mr. Abiodun asked for the art of public speaking, and this is it. I'll click the three dots that is at the front. After that, I'll click on share. Yes, after clicking on sharing, so now you see this place that say add people. If I click here, let me just type his name, that is, or his mail. Okay, his name mail is even here. And the reason why I'm having some people mail is because Gmail is synchronizing everything. Because I'm holding or I'm in a meeting currently, let me also type another people and also yes. Immediately I type this, you see the list of many mail that I'm having here because I'm in a meeting whereby people are dropping their email, it's picking it automatically, and you see, which is this one. Let me type. This is Olo. Oh, it's different group. I will send it one by one. So I want to check if this thing is restricted. He is an editor, or I should make him a viewer. Then I will notify him. I can come to this place, manage access. If I click on manage access, this thing is in restricted. And should I restrict it or allow him to just open the file? Now, let me just click restricted. Let me leave it as restricted. Now, this restricted will not work because I hide them automatically. I am sending this to him directly. So whether that thing is restricted or is not restricted, he's going to see the mail and he's going to have access to the book directly. Let me click on send. My network is slowing down. Yes, that has been sent. And the second one is Mr. Goswill. I think that's the richest man in Babylon, if I'm correct. Yes, Mr. Otun. Yes, that's the richest man. Let me try to send that richest man in Babylon. Okay, which is this one. Share as well. Let me write his email. So why I'm doing this one by one is that so that we are using mobile device also can know that we can. I think that's one at gmail.com. So I think that is correct, and I will send it. He is an editor. The first person is a viewer, and I want them to be able, if they can come back or share with me. Yes, Mr. Abiodun and Mr. Goswill, I will be expecting our reply. I will still send to everyone as well. Everything that I'm having here, I will send it to us. Let me see. Let me have their response first, and if I'm not hearing back from them, then I'll send it to other people that can give us a reply. So, Mr. Goswill, you will now go to your email, and Mr. Abiodun, go to your mail and let me know whether you have access to the book or not. So you can unmute your mic so that we can know whether you are following us. Unmute and be talking, sir. Please, if you are still hearing me or my voice is not that clear again, if you are still hearing me, let's react, please, so that I can know.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, who is that? Who is that? Is there a book that you're requesting for? I think if your network is clear, then I can send to you and you can give us a reply.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I have 3 books.
Okay, that's Mr. Wisdom. Let me check your wisdom.
Reach that. Yeah.
Okay, read that for that. Okay, let me send to you as well.
I want out of public speaking.
Huh?
I said I can hear you. I want out of public speaking, sir.
Okay, out of public speaking. Okay, wisdom. That's Mr. Let me send to Mr. Wisdom, which is think and go rich and that. So I send 2 to you also. Pick
I
one,
can hear
Mr.
you.
Wisdom. Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. Please, who is that? Who is that? Let me check back.
You have not said my own. I need think I go rich.
Okay, that's Miss Grace.
Yes, sir.
All right. I will do that now. So I want all of us to follow as well. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is that we that we are using mobile phone can be aware that all of this thing is possible as well. It's not only limited to laptop to use some of this stuff. Let me quickly do that for Mr. Wisdom. Now come back to Miss Grace. That's think he asked for think and grow and use that for that think and grow use. Let me do that currently. Let me share. So, and why I'm doing this, I don't want to be sharing just random file for us. I want something that we can benefit from, because this workshop is still coming again. And if we can also be benefiting as we are learning and we are moving, I think I write this so that I will not be sending to another mail. Let me quickly check. I don't know that phone, I won't be able to copy, will have been very fast and effective the way I'm doing it, but I have to be putting down the mail, and if it is my laptop now, I will have just copy everything and do justice to everything. But now I have to be writing down and doing and coming back, going and coming back. Okay, Mr. Wisdom, that is sent, access granted. And please let me know, those of us that have sent it to. The Atomic Habit, Miss Grace. Okay. Why is this thing not copying? Let me see what happened. Can I copy from here? I cannot. Yeah. 293597. Let me quickly send that. Why I will still send to everyone that your Gmail is in the chat section, I will still send that. I need Mr. Abiodun, Mr. Goswill, and Mr. Wisdom, Miss Grace to confirm whether they have received what I've sent, so that I can know what I'm doing.
I've gotten the
Received
book.
and I've replied. I've replied.
Okay. So because I'm using my mobile phone, some of the chat is just disappearing from here. I don't know the reason why.
I've gotten mine. Thank you.
All right. So other people, I will make sure I do justice to it. I'll send it this night. Yes, I'm going to send to everyone that dropped their Gmail and the book. And for those that did not drop their mail, it's only the book. I will not be able to trace that, only if I will go back to the form, if you even fill the form to pick it. But I employ us or just to make sure that we we write our email as we are dropping the title of the book, and don't drop the title of the book without dropping the email. Now, this is how we can play around everything that we have in Google Workspace. I will have talked about Google Calendar and other things, but I think some of these things we'll touch and treat about it tomorrow. And the next thing I'm having on my slide, should I go back to my laptop? No, let me just pick something up. Let me use my phone to just continue the section. Yeah, so that we can even know that the Google Meets that we are doing, we can use phone to conduct it as well. So we can use our phone to do it. So some of us sometimes we believe that this thing that I want to do, if I do not have a laptop, if I do not have this, so, although laptop is very important to do most of the thing, but when it comes to learning, you start with whatever thing we have to learn. That's just the basic principle, or one of the most important basic way of learning. So before I start, or because I have the opportunity to purchase a laptop, I've always been using my phone to do a lot of things. And even some persons that they have laptop, they don't even really know how to go about it and use it. So by the time I will have my laptop, so I've already gone far, because I'm not starting from scratch. There are some things that I can do effectively on my phone. So the only thing is just for me to identify, okay, which one is which one? Okay, how do I change this one? Is this one I'm supposed to use? Is it this? And is it that? So that's the only thing that is left for me to do. So as we have our phone, so far anything that is web-based, always, so far it is web-based, so far it is on the web. We open our Chrome and we can have access to it. Let's always be exploring it. Let's be exploring and using all these devices. Because tonight I just want to make sure I encourage everyone, because this is the third series of this workshop. We have the first one where we talk extensively on AI. The second one we talk about cyber awareness very, very well and extensively. So which all the time we have been using our mobile device to explain, our laptop to explain to people here and on and on and on and on. So I want to encourage those of us, because encouragement matters a lot. Those of us that we are using mobile as well. So now I'm sharing my screen from my mobile device. I believe we can see it. I want to confirm that we can see my screen. I cannot see the chat, so I need someone to unmute and send, because if I go back now, I have to go back to the Google Meet. So those are some of the limitations that we have in mobile. But if you are hearing me, let's just unmute and
Yes,
see
you
that you
can see
see my
it.
screen.
Yes,
Yes, you
sir.
can
I
see.
can see it. Yes.
Yes, now I'm on the same slide I'm having on my laptop. So I'm also using phone now. So some of us, because this world now, there is all of us looking for money and some of these things, then we will now stagnate or not making any progress. So tonight, this is what I want to do. And because some of the people that are joining us can be encouraged as well. Now I've explained Google Docs, I've explained Google Sheets. The reason I don't go extensively because someone has already, the first facilitator, Ms. Ducey, has talked about that, and Google Drive. So which is that everything that we are doing is the centralized folder management sharing system that capture everything that we are doing. And the last one, which is sharing. So we can share from any of these things, anything that you have on Google Docs, you can go to your Google Drive and share it, give access the same way. You can do directly from the Google Docs. You can do it the same way in the Google Sheets. And the only thing I did say I will not be able to touch is for those that are using, because if I explain now, it's still like a little bit useless, because most of us, if it's not organization that have access to pay for that, these expiration settings will not be available. Will not be available because it is only those, any link you share to people, you can say that this thing can expire within some time. So Google Form is not part of what I'm supposed to cover today. I will have explained that, because anything that has to do with Google Form is almost completely free. You can have access to the expiration, you can set time that people should fill the form, and you can set that the form should stop responding. And the next thing I have here is like just talking about it, because my time is almost, I'm supposed to stop by, yes, I only have 3 minutes more. So within these 3 minutes, let me explain what I have here. Now, with ChatGPT, which is this other part, your AI assisted spreadsheet formula, Ms. Ducey has covered that, whereby if you can prompt properly, she made mention of that, that if you can prompt properly spreadsheet formula, use natural language to generate complex Excel and Google Docs formula with tags, memorizing tags. I used to do a lot of stuff now that I really am not supposed to be doing it, if not because of AI. So let's leverage the AI. The free version sometimes is even enough. So convert meeting, recording, and transcribe into structured, actionable minutes automatically. Now, let me show us, because what we are using, now, what we did yesterday, let me go to my drive, because as we are doing like this, AI is taking notes, AI is taking attendance, AI is doing everything that we are doing today. Let me use yesterday one that is ready to show us. Let me go to my drive and go straight to Google. So not just that we are talking about it, we also are using it as to DSAS, the first series. Let me go to the third series. Now you will see that I'm having displays that say, let me open the notes taking. This one is video. Now let me open this attendance. Yes. So AI is taking, let me take it back to landscape. And for those of us also, we can make sure that our file is in landscape so that we can see it properly. Why not zooming up? Yes. For those of us that we attended yesterday, oh, it's too big. Now you can see these are the list of, so yesterday we have 44 participants that I attended. Is somehow Blow Network is the name because I'm using network. Yes, these are the list of people that attend yesterday. You can see the time and you can see the number of minutes each and everybody use. Some people use 1 hour 14 minutes, some people use 1 hour 14, some people use 17 minutes for those that are just coming in and going out. So the network is calculating. So we have 44 participants yesterday, and let me show us the docs of like when we are taking saying that AI is taking minutes. Move back, this is it. So as AI is taking record, I think I have about 2 minutes more, so I can cover that. It's loading. So if you are still seeing my screen, I need some people to just talk and mention that.
Yeah, you are still seeing your screen. You are still seeing your screen.
Exactly. So we are saying that we should be using AI to take notes, to take care. So let me just show. Now this is the summary of what we did yesterday. a modern office administration workshop is received and analyzed. So let me go to the part whereby you understand very now. This is the detailed explanation of workshop introduction objective, like Miss Olani Atife opened the Digital World Advancement Series workshop, a 3 days program designed to equip this. Introduction to the workshop, facilitator. Miss Olani introduced the first facilitator. You see, eye background, everything that she's saying yesterday, their background as a multimedia designer, education technology, digital trainer, which is the first facilitator. Everything that the first facilitator talk about, Yobami Oluwafemi, which is the name of the facilitator, discuss on how to transform. You see, everything section by section. Now, when it comes to the second facilitator as well, so this is comparison of documents. They discuss the importance of digital tools. Let me take it to landscape. I think that will also be better. Aha. So all of us can see it properly. For those of us that are using desktop, you see, this is discussion of important tools, comparing the ecosystem of Google Workspace, Google Docs, Google Drive. So you see, everything that we discussed here to email automation is I like the importance of. So when the third speaker also comes in to talk about the different AI, Mr. Evami emphasized that the need for consistent file. If we read, everything is detailed inside this place, from attendance to meetings. So we don't need people to be like writing that minute again. And we also have the record of the section that as we are doing it, everything is recorded, and we can come back here to come and see it. So we have the like notes, we have attendance, we have record, and even our charts. All the charts that we have yesterday is also documented as well. This is it. So I will not waste more time. We have 1 more minute left. Those that are sending message, their name, what they ask, so we can attend to it later. You can see that with this now, a lot is being done where we can use AI effectively and integrate it into the system. I think I've covered some major parts. So I will hand over now back to Ms. Boluatife to continue. Let me stop sharing my screen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alade. Thank you for that practical and informative section. Please, I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please, I need a reaction.
Yeah, we can hear you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Alade. Thank you for that practical and informative section. You really cover a lot. So we've explored some collaborative tools, how we can utilize AI. Thank you so much for that. So in case we have any question, please, let's make use of the sticker and raise up our hands. Our facilitator is still here to answer our questions. So this is a section for questions. In case we have any question. Okay, so Mr. Odutola Bashir is raising up his hand. You can unmute yourself and ask your question, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. My question goes to the first speaker regarding the Periplas AI also, if I could remember clearly. I want to ask that what duration can that AI application take in terms of recording in minutes? Can it take up to like 2 hours or 3 hours at max? That's my question for the first speaker. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Odutola. Even though the first speaker is not on call with us, Mr. Lawale, please can you help us to answer that question?
Okay, proceed, sir. Proceed.
Okay, since Ms. Dose she's not here, and for the TurboScribe can only transcribe audio, 30 minutes long audio. So if you have more than 30 minutes, so you have to use any audio cutting application to just split the audio into two, then upload the first 30 minutes, and then transcribe that. You can download it or export it as any format available on that TurboScribe, and also upload the rest. Just do it 30 minutes interval, 30 minutes interval. So that's what it could do. That's for TurboScribe. And another thing is that if you want to transcribe any audio or video Once you can do
Mommy,
it,
can
this is
you
another.
Mommy,
Hello. So okay, this is another method. So if it is a video, you first of all you upload the video because you have Google account. Just log into your YouTube, upload it there on your YouTube. Then you will install um, this extension called YouTube Summary extension. YouTube Summary, YouTube DTP Summary. So it has cloud, it has ChatGPT and other AI connection into it. So once you upload, and once you are done uploading so once you're done uploading your video on YouTube, so and you have installed that YouTube Summary extension. So once you are watching the video, you don't need to even watch it, but once you play it, the audio from that video will be transcribed from a zero timeline to the end, even if it is 2 hours or 3 hours. So that's another method if you want to transcribe a full lengthy, a lengthy audio timeline. So transcribe 30 minutes, YouTube summary is unlimited. And I hope that answers your question, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate YouTube summary. Okay, I will note down in my notepad also. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ayobami. So, Mr. Akintayo, unmute yourself and ask your question, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much to the organizers for bringing such an impactful information and program for everybody. My question is that when the last speaker talked about the way AI was able to capture all the minute of the whole meeting, as well as the chat, everything, and the attendance of the whole meeting. My question is that is it a free version of an AI or a paid version, and which AI did they use? Because I know that AI writes the minute of a meeting, but the attendance and the charts, I have not seen that one before. Please, if you have mentioned this before, please, I would like you to make a mention it again and just say a little bit of something about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Olawale.
Yes, I'm with you. Okay, with the question, everything is Google Workspace in Gemini Workspace paid version, which is the pro plan. Everything taken off. You can see from the icon I'm having at the top of this section, all of us will be seeing a red and white something. We'll be seeing a microphone and a speaker. We'll be seeing one thing that look like text like this. So these are all the functions. We'll see the yellow one. This one is saying and allowing us to know that everybody can join this meeting from anywhere, that it is open to everyone. Anywhere that click the link can come in. So these are everything that is taking notes, taking attendance, writing everything, and even transcribe everything that we're saying. If you want it to be in another language, it's going to be transcribing it to another or writing everything down in other language as well. So everything is Google Workspace, and that's why I say I won't be able to cover most of the packages that is in Google Workspace. The reason for this is that there are other software like Monica that the first speaker also mentioned. These are other external AI that can do the same thing. Transcribe, as Mr. Ayobami also mentioned, and even this self, if you have access to Gemini, which is a pro plan in your Google, in YouTube, you can summarize, you can check any email at any time. You can search with the Gemini that is inside the workspace. Even the free version, I have access to all of this because they are giving people access always. Just make sure that you are checking for new updates. In ChatGPT now as well, there's a lot of plugin. There's a way you can connect your Canva, you can connect everything. You can connect Figma for those of you that are designing. You can connect your Photoshop, you can connect anything you can connect. Anything you can connect, check the plugin. Everything is inside for them to be able to do all of these things. So I think that's to answer the question.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Olawale. Thank you so much for that. So I want to appreciate our facilitator for tonight, Ms. Duze in her absence, and Mr. Olawale. Thank you so much. You really opened our eyes to so many things. And to all our participants that stayed even till this time, we want to appreciate you. And do not forget that tomorrow, this class still continue tomorrow. Please let us invite our friends. Let us invite everyone that we know to participate in tomorrow's program. So this program continues tomorrow. Please don't let us forget that. Same time, same platform, 7 p.m. So good night, everyone. Do have a lovely night. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.